Well, hello everyone. That was a bit of a strange intro, wasn't it? But anyway, we're here now. Welcome, people. It's me, Phil, here at Digital DJ Tips, as always, for our Thursday Q&A live. And it's a good one today because we've just announced a piece of pretty interesting DJ software that has been launched like an hour and 20 minutes ago by Algorithm, and we've had a chance to have a little look at it. So we'll be talking about that today together. And also, we're talking about anything else you want to talk about. This is the open house day. So unlike Tuesdays when lots of you ask questions and I can't always get them answered, we'll try and get as many as we can answered today. So welcome everyone. Mixmaster G's managed to be the first in today. That's quite some doing. Well done, Mixmaster G. Hi to John. Hi to Lady Beats as ever. Hello to Tiffany as ever. Good to have so many of our regulars here, and Brian and Martin and George, Phil. We're talking about just to get this out of the way then, because it was a nice surprise to be able to bring this to you. Really, the piece of software from Algorithm that's just come out now, DJ Pro AI version 3 for Mac, which brings real-time stems DJing. So this is something that a few months ago was launched by Virtual DJ on Mac and PC, and also Algorithm on iOS. Algorithm has now brought it to its iOS app, and what they've done is pretty amazing. So I've had like a couple of hours to have a play with it. I made this very quick video here that you can go and have a look for afterwards on YouTube, with the latest video on our YouTube channel, that talks you through some of the things they've done with this software. So if you don't know what we're talking about here, basically in real time, it lets you turn on or off the vocals, the music, the drums, the bass in your tracks in real time. So you can literally make an acapella just the second that you feel like you want an acapella, and then turn it off again when you're finished, which is pretty cool. If any of my team are watching, by the way, can you just edit this part here, please, where we seem to have got a bit of bold text that we don't need. Anyway, if not, I'll do it afterwards. Don't worry about that, team. So yeah, but what they've done here is a little bit more than anyone's done before, which is why we're saying, is this actually now the most powerful DJ software in the world? So what they've done is you can now separate those parts of your tracks when you're DJing. You have two tracks playing and you can swap the acapellas over, swap the drums over, swap the music over, swap the bass lines over in real time, which in itself is pretty amazing. But what they've also done is let you apply loops and effects only to one of those parts. So let's say you're DJing with the track and you've got the acapella. You can put an echo on just the acapella and the rest of the track will be fine, or a loop roll on just the acapella, or you can pick one of your stutter effects and put it on just the drums, and then you can mix over to another track where you've got a different effect on the melodies, and it's pretty amazing. And no one's done this before in DJ software. They've now got sidechain effects in DJ software because that's what producers use to make one stem affect another stem. This is pretty cool stuff. So anyway, I've made a little video about it, and that's what I was showing you there. You can head over, please do it afterwards. You can head over here and look at that video. Here it's on YouTube. I literally published it before running out the door. So this is literally fresh. Look, only 500 people have seen it before. Mind you, 42 have commented on it. That shows you how much people are loving this, right? If you want to talk about that, that's great. But if you want to talk about anything else, that's cool. Doc Funkis says Virtual DJ does all these stems features and more. It does indeed, although it doesn't do all the ones I just mentioned. Algorithm is the only software that does the looping and the effects on your stems at the moment. And they've even put a stems crossfader in. So now you've got a crossfader. Instead of having one crossfader, it's got three. So you can crossfade just the vocals, or just the drums, or just the melody, which is pretty cool. Hi to DJ Indy. Hi to Benedict. Always good to have you here, Benedict. Hello to Graham. Hello to Keith. It's great, so busy. Lau Lau says, please say my name on the stream. Consider it just done, Lau Lau. Hi to Carlos in Manchester. Probably raining, right, Carlos? Keith says, hello, Keith. Right, come on, questions, people. That's what we're all about. Norm says, I love the app on the iPad. Yeah, there's another thing about this new app, actually. So if you've got this on the iPad, then you don't need to buy the Mac version anymore. You can just go and download it because they've unified the license. So you buy a license for Mac or iPad or iPhone, and it will work on all the other platforms as well, which is pretty cool. Excuse me, especially for the people who have done just that. Anyway, questions about anything. George has a question on the Pioneer controller. Is it Bluetooth? No DJ controllers are Bluetooth, George, for a very good reason, because there will be a lag between what you do on the decks and what you hear on the speakers, and that's a complete no-no for DJing. So you'll never find Bluetooth DJ controllers out there. Andrew says, great session on live streaming last week. Oh, Andrew, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I put some work into that one. We did a live streaming charity seminar, I guess you'd call it, last week, people, which was basically because a charity that we support had just launched on the 20th, 21st and 22nd of November. They're going to do the biggest simultaneous DJ live stream in the world. Literally thousands and thousands of DJs. The number one DJ on there is undoubtedly Carl Cox. They've got Sasha on there as well. Quite a lot of big names on there. So I did a kind of live stream for them to try and help them to get this thing launched. And it went really well by the look of it. And this is the people, Set for Love. So you go to setforlove.org and it will send you to this site, and you can sign up and join in for free. And be in good company. People like Carl Cox, as I say, and so on. And then you just live stream on that day. They give you loads of stuff. They give you lots of offers as well if you take part. So you can raise some money for good causes, but you can also get some good stuff for yourself. Thoroughly recommend heading over there. They're good people, and it's going to be good fun. 20th, 21st and 22nd of November. Hey, if you're on a new lockdown, what else are you going to be doing? We're on a new lockdown. Hello to Beatbloxers, good to have you here as ever. Hello to Kua, says I'm listening from Hawaii. Great to have you here all the way around there on the other side of the world. If my mixer has one output, is there a way to make two outputs? Says Martin. Yes, there is. Now, Martin, I'm going to do what you're not meant to do when you're live, which is leave the camera. Well, I have to shout now for you to hear me, but there is a way of doing it, Martin. The reason I left the camera was to head over to the drawers and get these little things out for you. So you can buy these little things, right? They've got two RCAs and they've got one RCA. You plug that, obviously, that end into your controller. At that end, you plug into your speakers and whatever else it wants. You want to plug in, like normally it's an audio interface. Audiophiles and boffins will tell you these aren't perfect, and they're not perfect, I agree, but they work. They do work. We've used them loads, and in most situations they'll be absolutely fine. The correct way of doing it is to get a little mixer, like something like this. It doesn't have to be as big as this. A little mixer like this, and then you plug your DJ controller into here, and then this gives you lots more outputs. But to be honest with you, it's overkill. You might as well just get a couple of those little adapters. Cost you like $1 each, and you're off. Do you think Virtual DJ will update their current AI offering soon, says DJ Black Eagle? Almost certainly. They're always working hard on their software as well. So I think they will indeed. Ashley says the technology is going forward very quickly, isn't it just, Ashley? Dirty Jokes fan says, do you think the hardware manufacturers will take the plunge and make tailored small controller gear for this type of DJing? You know, I think they will. I think it's probably going to be a few months away, but I think within the next 12 months, we're going to see DJ gear made that lets you use all that stems DJing. Remember, all these functions are mappable as well, so you can map them to extra stuff. So what a lot of DJs do, for instance, what can I show you this on? I'll show you this on a Denon mixer. I'm just picking up a mixer here. So what a lot of DJs will do is map, like for instance, say you want to DJ on 2 channels. They'll have the 2 channels set with all this normal, but then they'll MIDI map the other 2 channels that they're not using, so these 2 here, and they'll have these to control the drums, the melodies, and the vocal. So you can use these to drop in and out of the mix, and you can easily MIDI map that in seconds when you are DJing with. I'm just looking at that because amazingly 3 of those knobs are broken off, and I've got no idea how that happened, which is a little bit worrying for me, I have to say. Going to be buying some more knobs. I'm going to be grovelling to Denon. Something must have got dropped on it. That's a shame. Anyway, so yes, I think they will make gear for that. DJ Mark 1 says real-time source separation is a revolutionary feature that will allow the creative DJ to take performances to another level. It already is. It really is something special. Go and look at the video that DJ Angelo did for Algorithm when they when they launched DJ AI. I will actually show you the video here. Honestly, this video, I really do recommend you go and look at this. If you search for DJ Angelo times Neural Mix, DJ Angelo times Neural Mix, yeah, that I'm highlighting there on YouTube, you'll find this video. This is one of the most creative videos I've ever seen any DJ make. And I thoroughly recommend you watch that if you want to see what you can do. And he does it all on an iPad as well. Let's just skip forward a bit. He's doing all this mixing on the iPad. And Angelo's a scratch DJ. So for him to take an iPad and neural mix and do something clever with it, I just think it's amazing. So go and have a look at that video afterwards if you want to see what you can do with this tech. He can certainly do a lot more than I can. Norm says, do you believe algorithm can take over other competitors such as Serato, Chapter, Recordbox and Virtual DJ? No, I don't. Algorithm's always been people's favourite second DJ software. Everyone's got it on their phone or whatever. But no, I don't. But I don't think they want to. I think they want to do their own thing. They've certainly got a big enough user base for that not to worry them. Mike says, hi Phil, would you say that Algorithm's standalone Neural Mix Pro would be a better play for those who don't want to use DJ as their main DJ app? Okay, so they've got a piece of software called Neural Mix Pro. And Neural Mix Pro will separate your stems for you in so you can save them out. So it's kind of like it's a bit more preparation. You'll use this software before you DJ. You get your tracks into it, and it will spit out a vocal, an a cappella, an instrumental version, a drum track, whatever it is you want to separate. Yeah, it's a good piece of software. It's one price. I think it's $50, and then it's yours for life, which is different to the DJ software. The DJ software is subscription. So yeah, maybe it's a better bet to get that if you want to use different DJ software for sure. I've got a Tractor F1. Is there a mapping option with this software? Yep, you can map the F1 to anything you want, including the new algorithm stuff. Would it work on a DDJ 1000? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. They've actually got a long list on their website of all the platforms that it works with. So if you head over to algorithm.com/hardware, it's certified to work with Pioneer Gear, for instance. And then they list all the hardware that they use underneath, and there's a few of them featured, but then at the bottom there's a huge list here. So you can see that they've got literally like 100 or more controllers there that it works with. So you're going to be good with most DJ hardware there. And if not, it's quite easy to map. So everyone asking what it will work with, probably works with your gear, probably works with what you've got. Is anyone else signed up for Set for Love? Oh, there we go. Someone's already done that. DJ 9 Iron to raise. Oh, it's next weekend, isn't it? Doesn't time fly to raise money? You can. I've actually got a short code for you here, people. Setforlove.org is the address you have to go to. You could be live streaming next weekend from wherever you normally live stream, on whatever platforms you normally live stream on, in the same company as Carl Cox, Sasha, lots of other big DJs, and doing your bit for charity as well. So why not join in? Especially if you're on lockdown, like I say, not much better to do, right? So the next comment is from Simon, who says, is it simple to use though? Talking about the new stems feature. I still have an old version on my iPad, so I can access Spotify on it. Not sure I want to update and lose that. Does it still work with Spotify? I'd keep that for the time being if it does. I think they might have turned that off by now, but maybe it'll carry on working. Yes, it's very simple to use. Derek says, hi, I'm back off holiday. Well, Derek, good to have you back, my friend. Same with Neil. Glad to be back. So when does the 3 crossfader controller come out, says John? Exactly, yeah, that's what we were talking about, isn't it? This is going to be amazing with the new M1 processor on the Mac. I've been talking to a few friends of mine who have had the new Mac under an NDA, and they're finally saying, dude, this is amazing. Like 9 times faster for this, 15 times faster for that. No fan on the inside, so totally quiet. I can't wait to get my hands on one myself, but my Mac is pretty new, so it's going to be 3 or 4 years before I get one of the new Macs. Probably be an M2 processor by then, right? Thank you, Jason, for your praise. It all helps. Hi, Chris. So Axo has just registered for Set for Love today. That's absolutely awesome. George says, I've held off moving my live streams to Mixcloud because of A, the price, and B, the difficulty moving the audience over. With Twitch clamping down further this week on music use, any tips of A, how to avoid getting banned, and B, moving audience over from Twitch to Mixcloud easily? Right, to avoid being banned, on Twitch, I don't think they've banned anyone yet. What they're doing is deleting your recordings. So I would argue that at the moment on Twitch, you can probably still go live. You just don't get to keep the recording. I might be wrong about that. I haven't tested it, but that's the way I'm reading it. On Mixcloud, you're always legal. So moving your audience over to Mixcloud is going to be your biggest issue because people don't want to change, right? If your DJing works by people stumbling over your stream, then you're going to struggle to get the same traction on Mixcloud. My biggest tip is if you want to use Mixcloud, use it because it's legal. Use it because the artists get paid when you play their tracks, and commit to it. Start putting DJ mixes on it. Start supporting other people on it. Start collaborating with people who are already on there. Commit to the platform and you'll slowly build an audience, but it's going to be somewhat of a new audience. The only other tip I've got with Mixcloud is it's a bit of an echo chamber. It's full of DJs. And if you want to get people who aren't DJs, who just love your music on there, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to educate them on where to get the app from. You're going to have to be advertising it on other platforms and getting them over there. So you're going to have to work. But for me, Mixcloud is 100% legal, and that means so much. But yeah, things are getting full on Twitch. They sent out a letter to everyone saying stop doing it basically today. I bet a lot of you have got it. Hello Funk says, hi Phil, I'm facing problems to get the same loudness in mixes. Sometimes it sounds correct in headphones, but not in the recording. Any advice to avoid this? So keep an eye on your VU meters to start with. It might sound the same in the headphones, but if your meters are suddenly getting higher, it's probably because you've got a lot of low bass in there that you didn't realize or something. So keep an eye on the meters. Use the visual clues as well. Another thing you can do is a little bit more advanced, which is run your mix through a compressor. And you can do this on something like Audacity. Now I have Audacity on this computer, and maybe I can show you very quickly. I love this live stuff because I kind of do things that my team would say, no, what are you doing? You can't do that. Can't do that when you're in the middle of a live broadcast, but I will try. So I can't actually, they're right, I can't do it because I can't get two windows on at once. Okay, so Audacity is a little piece of software that you can get. I can certainly show you the software. It's a little free piece of software you can get, which will let you do some clever stuff to your music, including applying something called compression. And compression will make the loud bits quieter and the quiet bits louder. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, it probably isn't best to start doing this. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, it's probably the case that you need someone else to do this for you. And I do have a tip here. So let me just show you Audacity first, because if you haven't got this, this is a big tip that you ought to be getting this. Here it is. I finally found it. So there's this piece of software called Audacity. It's a free open source cross-platform piece of audio software, and it lets you edit your mixes. So you can load your mix into here when you're finished, and you can cut off the silence at the beginning, cut off the silence at the end. You can even edit out bad mixes and tidy it up a bit. You can also highlight areas and make them a bit louder or quieter. That might be all you need to do to fix it. But this is a great piece of software to have anyway. So do go and grab Audacity. It's just one of the best, and every DJ should have a copy of this. But another thing I'm going to recommend to you, oh look, there we are live on Mixcloud. Shall we say hello together to a few people who are on Mixcloud before I show you the next piece of information? Hi to Macademy. Hi to DJ Taz, who says, what DJ pool for drum and bass apart from Beatport? I'd say stick with Beatport. Hello to oh, that's it over there, I think. Oh, DJ LV2D. Hi Luke, good to have you here as ever. I loved your email the other day. Thank you for that. And there's big up there for Angelo's DJ Pro video that he did from DJ LV2D there. So thank you for that. Right, back to what we were talking about. We were talking about something else you can do to make your mixes sound better. Get the quiet bits a bit louder, the loud bits a bit quieter, and just make them sound smoother. So one service that I absolutely love is Lander. Now this will cost you like $5 a go, but basically you go to Lander and it will master your tracks for you. It will make your whole DJ mix sound 1,000,000 times better. It will just make it gel. And every single mix I do, so I have my own Mixcloud channel. Mixcloud.com/Phil Morse is the place where I share my mixes and stuff. Every single mix that you hear that I've done on Mixcloud.com/Phil Morse has been mastered with Lander, because it makes them loud and punchy, and it just gets those high and low edges just smoothed out a bit. So I certainly recommend that you try that if your mixes are coming out slightly a bit dodgy. So hello Funk, hope that helps you. Beatboxers enjoyed Steve's Sunday set with the moving backdrops. Yeah, man, that was fun, wasn't it? You can still watch that on YouTube, by the way. So if you missed that, and indeed every Sunday at the moment we are live on, or most Sundays anyway, we are live. So you could come and join us. That's best. Come and join us live. But Steve did a set on Sunday just gone. Here it is. I'll pause it, but he had lots of different backdrops. You see, there he is with this kind of like pretty funky bar type backdrop. There he is with a beach behind him. There he is with some palm trees behind him. And at the end, I think he just had club lights, yeah. And he had this funky moving thing going on with the club lights. Check this out. Whoa. What do you think of that? But this is it was a really nice set he did. And it was a vinyl set as well. He was mixing with OutSync on vinyl. So if you want to go and watch our co-owner and our scratch tutor putting his decks through their paces, it's on the Digital DJ Tips website. I'll be doing it this Sunday at 5 p.m. London, 12 p.m. Eastern. So come join me for that. So glad you enjoyed that, Beat Bloxes. Next question then. By the way, if you've just joined us, we are live. Got another quarter of an hour to go here. Basically me helping you out with all your DJing questions. So you ask. We've looked at the algorithm software that was launched today with stems and talked about how brilliant this is and all the stuff it can do. But we can talk about that. We can talk about anything else. I don't mind. Whatever you want to ask. Fred says, hey Phil, when you DJ, do you use an external hard drive for your music or do you store your music on the computer? I always store it on the computer. Two reasons. One, less to go wrong. Two, I don't think you should have more music than you can fit on one computer. So I always have it on the computer. So let's get some more questions. George says, I've bought some leads from my mixer to my turntable, but I get a buzzing noise. How can I stop that? Connect the third little lead. There'll be a third lead from your turntable that connects onto this part of the mixer. On the back of your mixer, you will see tabs like this. So you plug your RCAs in, but you also plug in the little tabs onto here. There'll just be a little hook on there, which will stop the buzzing and the humming. Assuming you're using Technics. If you're not using Technics, I have no idea, George, I'm afraid. But that's always traditionally what causes decks to buzz. So it's cold in New York, says Mike. It's lovely here, actually. Well, I say lovely, t-shirt weather. I've got the window open. It always is, though. Any news between Alan and Heath buying Tractor? No news at all, Martin, on that, I'm afraid. I've seen some great chroma key effects in live streaming without green screen. Any idea what app they're using to do that? No idea, but if anyone does, go tell DJ 9 Iron on YouTube in the comments. Kuha says, I am super interested in your amazing mix sets you do. When is your next upcoming mix set? Oh, thank you for that. I just told you. 5 p.m. London, 12 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Thank you very much for that. So you're not wearing the wireless mic. I know that, Mixmaster G. I know that. I'm not meant to be going away from the camera, but I can't help it. I want to help you guys out. Philip Tan says Ian Golden has done a whole series on how to map neural mix to the MIDI fighter, which is a great piece of hardware. So if you've got a MIDI fighter, head over to the Tech Tools YouTube channel and find that out. Thank you for sharing that. A lot of students and kids get started on DJ and then the software grows with them, says Philip. Yeah, I love DJ. Martin says DJ is a perfect app for when you want to play either on the fly or small gigs when you're using portable gear. Someone over on our Facebook page is watching this while eating dinner. We are live today, by the way, on our Facebook page, Digital DJ Tips, on our Facebook group, Global DJ Network, which if you're not in Global DJ Network, you ought to be. You can head over there and join it by going to this URL. It's a group by DJs for DJs on Facebook. There's about 10,000 DJs in there. You are accepted manually by my team, so it's only nice people in there. So it's a private, welcoming place to basically talk DJing. And yeah, we're very proud of Global DJ Network. So anyway, thank you to our people watching over there today. As you might have seen from that comment, we can't get your names on the screen from over there unless you click a little thing in the description, which is a bit of a pain. But anyway, thank you for being there. We're also on Mixcloud Live, which I've also shown you today. We're on Twitch. Where else are we? I think that's it. And YouTube, of course. I just mentioned YouTube. Right, Selector Shaka says, Tractor needs to develop more. Change staff, change designs, or within a couple of years, they're not in it anymore. Well, we'll see. Tractor has still got a very large, loyal user base. But I agree, they have fallen behind in some areas. Darren says, can you recommend an affordable portable controller? I'll give you 3 choices here, Darren. All of which all of which have got lots of fans, and they're all slightly different. So here's the 3 choices. Number 1, the Newmark Mix Track DJ to Go Touch. This has got little touch sensitive jog wheels, headphones, speaker socket. It's pretty limited. There's only volume, no bass and treble and so on. I've seen people mapping the buttons on this and stuff to do all kinds of crazy stuff, but that's a good little starter controller. I always carry that around with me. This one here, very small little thing from Newmark, the Party Mix. This has got at least bass and treble controls. It's got a light show on the back. Looks cheesy. It's actually quite good, especially if you're live streaming with it. And again, it's very small. And the other one that a lot of people are buying is the DDJ 200 from Pioneer. Now this is a good little controller. Again, it's another step up a little bit because it's got 3-band EQ now, but this hasn't got an audio interface built in. So you're either going to have an audio interface or use a little hack, and they give you a cable to do this in the box that lets you use the audio coming out of your Mac or your iPhone or iPad, but it's not perfect, so that's a disadvantage of that one. But there's 3 for you to look at anyway. Out of those 3, I'll probably go for the Newmark Party Mix, because it's just got the most features, and I do like the little light show on the back. So I hope that helps, Darren. Do you think mixed in key is value for money to use with Engine Prime, especially as hot cues aren't currently exported? No, I just use Engine Prime's built-in key detection, unless you've got a reason to want the mixed in key. Having automatic hot cue. Mixed in key is standalone software that will do your key detection for you on your music, people, if you're not sure what we're talking about. It also will detect the energy level of the tracks and put automatic cue points on the tracks. I don't want software deciding how much energy my tracks has got or deciding where I want my cue points. So for me, mixed in key is great because it's accurate, and it's kind of like a bit of a Swiss Army knife. It's got a built-in metadata editor as well and stuff. But no, in all honesty, unless you need those things, just use the stuff built into Engine Prime. Darren has signed up for Set for Love. That's awesome. Mixmaster G says, I'm a DJ on iOS user for many years. On an iPad, a controller is really not required, and a USB box with separate master headphone out is recommended though. I've done a video on how I use it on my YouTube channel, so there you go. Thanks for that. Head over to Mixmaster G's YouTube channel if you want to find out how to use just the touch screen on an iPad to DJ with DJ Pro and an audio interface. So Dance for Oil says, I worked for Sasha's tour in Malta when Ableton started. Involver World Tour. Today's my birthday. Well, good for you for working on Sasha's tour, and happy birthday from all of us here at Digital DJ Tips. Elias says, I love your channel and I love the Den and Go. I'll be DJing on the Den and Go on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. So Lee says, I'm really disappointed that Apple decided that the Pro versions of the Mac will only get 2 USB-C ports, as one of those will be taken up with charging. Yes. Agreed. And I think you'll probably find the next version will have 4 USB ports. So another reason for me to wait, right? I think you need 4 ports on a Pro unit. So Jeremy says that Twitch only mute recordings. They do not delete them. They've been deleting them en masse recently, Jeremy. They've stepped it up a gear. Why is it legal on Mixcloud? Because they've got all the right licenses in place. Club 63 Live. So the next question is, now the algorithm has stopped Spotify, which streaming service do you recommend for bedroom DJs? Well, Tidal is completely equivalent to Spotify, so if you just want to switch to one that's pretty similar, go for Tidal. Beatport and BeatSource Link are very good if you want to spend a little bit more but get DJ focused services. Beatport is more for electronic, BeatSource is more for open format, and SoundCloud is now an option as well, which has got an intriguing appeal, I think, SoundCloud. It's got a lot of music you won't find anywhere else, and it's now also got a lot of the mainstream music as well. You can get a free trial on all of these, so try them all. See which one you like. Can you make a living on Mixcloud Select, which is the way you can monetize your streams on Mixcloud? So over on Mixcloud, you have a way of getting people to kind of subscribe to your live streams. There are definitely people making good money on there, but they're people who've already made good money away from Mixcloud. I don't think you can become a big DJ and make money on Mixcloud, no. You are far more likely to make money on Mixcloud if you're already playing to big crowds and you've already got a big following anyway. I saw DJ Yoda doing a DJ Spinbad tribute on Twitch yesterday, but the recording was muted straight afterwards. Yep, it does happen. Twitch announced yesterday they're starting a strike system. 3 strikes and you're out. Rumors have it that they have live bots now as well as reviewing the video on demand. Yep, and we'll find that out on Sunday when we go live on Twitch. And if we get 3 strikes in an hour, we'll have our whole Twitch account banned. So thinking about it, maybe we shouldn't do that. But maybe we'll wait and see what happens to other people. So the next question I want to pull up here is from Lee, who says, I just purchased an SSD drive for my laptop, doing a fresh Windows install. Will this be okay for Rekordbox 5? Because my laptop at the moment with Rekordbox is so bad, I have to load songs about 2 minutes in advance. No, that should be fine. Any new laptop should run Rekordbox absolutely fine. Is it possible for me to record a track on Algorithm and transfer it to my Windows PC? You mean on an iOS device? Yes, I think you've got to use Apple's music program to bring that across. I'm not sure, actually. It's a long time since I've done it. So if anyone wants to help DJ Black Eagle, it's over on YouTube. Lee says, I got that Twitch email yesterday. There is a compressor in OBS. Yes, there is. You could even record your mix into OBS and use the compressor in there. Thank you for that tip. Really good one. Next question is from DJ Rockin' Dave, who says, what's the best DJ controller out there? You want the short answer, DDJ 1000. But you can't really give a best. But there you go. You asked and I told you. Phil, with this Laryx app, is there any way you can add overlays? Right, people are going, what the hell is he talking about? And that's quite right, because guess what? You don't know, do you? Because why would you? So, all right, there's a little app called Laryx Broadcaster. This is it on Google Play, but you can also get it on iOS. And this lets you go live from your phone. And then you can plug in your audio to your phone and you can go live to Mixcloud or to anywhere you want direct from this little app. No, there is no way of doing overlays on this app. I recommend it because it's free and it's simple. However, you could use Streamlabs. Streamlabs is definitely on OBS. Maybe someone will tell me if it's on Android as well, which does have overlays as well. So you could use that. There are lots and lots of these apps that will let you do it. Are Mixcloud going to make more improvements when you go live, like notifications on Facebook, etc.? I heard they'll be doing this in the future. I talk very regularly to Mixcloud and they know damn well that this is stuff we want. So I think they are, but you know, developing software is hard, so give them a bit of time. Dance for Oil says, my Hercules Air doesn't have LED lights. Is there a box that can go in line between the output and the amp that has green, yellow, red? No, but look, just get used to it. Record your sets, listen back to them, and keep an eye on the controls. In fact, what I do when I don't have LEDs is I get the music running and then I test it at all different volume levels, make a recording, and listen back and find out where it distorts. So that's what I would do. But no, I've never heard of a box you can plug between the two that'll tell you how loud it is. Interesting idea, though. Really interesting idea. This is a great question from Housey. I use Platinum Notes 4. Would you still use Lander after that? Or is Platinum Notes 4 a similar tune? I thought the same thing myself, a similar tool. I thought the same thing myself. I don't think you can put whole DJ mixes through Platinum Notes 4. Maybe you can. If you can, try it and then try it on Lander and listen to them both. Platinum Notes 4 will make your individual tracks sound better, like automatic mastering, which is what Lander does as well, but Lander's an online version. Give it a go, Housey, and tell me. I'd be interested to know the answer to that. I'm looking at getting a Denon Prime 4. Is the mixer just as good as the X1800 Prime? No, it's not, because it's not a standalone mixer, but it's very, very good. I don't think there's any problems with the mixer on the Prime 4, to be honest, Adrian. Right, one or two more, then I've got to go, folks. Cookie says, I've been asked to join an internet radio station while we can't work in the UK. Do you have any advice? Yep, don't expect to make any money out of it. If you're not enjoying it, just get out of there. There's loads of other places you can DJ. And make sure that your sets sound good. Keep them for yourself and put them on your Mixcloud page and use them elsewhere as well. I love internet radio. It's a great thing to be involved in. Kuha says, I really loved your full review of the Denon DJ Prime 4. Thank you very much. Steve says, it wasn't actually vinyl I DJ'd on Phil. It was DVS, but with no trainer wheels. I know, Steve, but hey. The next and probably the final question. Oh, look at this. This is a good idea. Good thing to share. Serato has just announced Flip for $1, usually $39. Have you used Flip? No, but is it in my inbox? It better be in my inbox as well, or I'm going to have a chat with Serato. Flip is a great thing. I actually did a video on it recently for our Digital DJ Lab clients, the people in our Digital DJ Lab subscription program. It's a way of recording what you do on the cue points, so you can remix a track with cue points, and Serato will remember it. When you next play the track back, it gives you the option of playing that version back. It's really good. I'm actually going to make a note of Flip because that means I can tell the world about it tomorrow when I post something on the website. Write up the $1 Flip. There we go, because that's a great price. If you like Serato and you like their expansion packs, do grab them when they put them down to $1 and stuff. And that's it. Sorry, I know lots more of you have asked questions, but I have to get off again now. I am running solo at the moment at home with the kids and babysitter and dinners to take care of and stuff. So I've got to run back, and I've got an unfriendly dog who doesn't like strangers, who's also with the babysitter at the moment. So you will forgive me for running off, closing the studio down and getting home in time. I'm normally late. I'm normally just I hang around here till we've all run out of steam, but I've got to go today this time. Right, people, listen, join me on Sunday at this exact time. Look at your watch now, whatever time it is where you are in the world. Join me on Sunday for a live stream, live from my lockdown balcony here in Gibraltar. And join me next Tuesday, an hour earlier than now for Tuesday Tips Live, and next Thursday, an hour earlier than now for the next Thursday Q&A. It's been a pleasure, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. We will get to your questions, the ones that we haven't been able to help with, underneath. And if we don't, then please just ask them again next week, and I'll try my very hardest when I've got a bit longer to answer more of them then. So we're done. Thank you very much. Get good. Stay safe, people, and make the moments. I'll see you in one of those live streams again very soon. Bye-bye.